Hey guys, I'm Tommy80, and today I'm going to cover some of the reasons why customers tell you that they need to think it over. Now, we do know that a customer will have no more than 4 main objections, although it seems like customers can create thousands of objections. I'm going to break it down and I'm going to show you that there's only 4 of them and what to do when a customer says to you, let me think it over. I'm also going to teach to you what you should say so you can close them. Now, the main reason why I do this is because if I let my customer say to me, I'm going to think it over, Tommy, and I don't do anything to stop them from leaving, they're probably going to shop my competition and they're less likely to come back to me. They're going to go to another dealership. They're going to call around. So rather than take that chance, here's what I do. First, it's important to realize that customers only have 4 different objections when it comes to buying. The objections, they can be about price, product, time, or a stall. In this example that I'm using, the customer said, hey, let me think about it. Now, my strategy. You need to have a strategy. My strategy is to help my customer create an objection that might be real, it's probably going to be real, that I can also control and let them feel as if they created it. The way that I do this is I give them options. The reason that I help them create their own objection is because if they feel like they created it, which they're going to, it must be valid. I mean, they created it. Then if I can overcome their objection, they likely end up buying from me. For example, my customer says, let me think it over. I'd respond with, no problem. It sounds like you're probably just like me. I really like to think about things like this these days too. Now, before you take off though, let me ask you a quick question. Is it something I said? Is it the motorcycle? Or is it the price? The majority of the time, your customer is going to say it's the price, which it is. It's always the price. Now, I'm going to let them know that I understand how they feel. It sounds like you really need to make sure that you're getting a good deal, Mr. Customer, and that you can fit it into your budget. Is that it? Your customer's going to agree because it's the truth. We all want a good deal and it's got to fit into our budget. So, Mr. Customer, I'm going to work on making sure that you get that good deal. I've got an idea, but when you say that it has to fit into your budget, is it because of the check you're writing out or is it the monthly payment? There's no other way to pay. So it doesn't matter what they answer, cash or finance. Once again, your customer will choose an option. We know from years of doing this and bank data that around 80% of your customers will say it's because of the payment. Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Now, so it sounds like you're just like me and everybody else that comes here. Let's go over here and I'll get some figures for you. It sounds like other than your payment, there's probably no other reason we couldn't wrap this up right now. Have a seat right there. As I'm doing this, I'm leading them over to my desk so I can present some payment options to them. Now, it's very important at this point to understand everything up until this point was built on emotion. Once they sit down with you, it becomes rational. When your customer has to rationalize, it's important to speed things up. Keep this moving. You can't have delays here. Your computer has to be on. Your sales manager can't be out to lunch. F&I manager can't be out of their office. All hands on deck right now. This is also where you need to present multiple payment options that are computer generated. None of that handwritten crap from 30 years ago. If you don't have a program that does this for you, you can create it in Excel if you want to, but take a look at something like Moto Menus. There's a link down below for a free trial. It gives the customer 60 different payment options within minutes. So here's a recap. My customer objected with, hey, let me think about it. I show empathy and I give 3 options for them to choose. The final option is always going to be the price. Then I break down price into a check or payment. They choose one. I lead them to my desk and I close my deal. So it fits into their budget. There's so much more to cover, but if you like this, then I really hope that you'll click like, share it with your friends, and comment if you have any questions about other tips I can share. If you don't want to wait to get started, then get over to the Perfect Way to Sell on my site and sign up for my next class. I really appreciate you showing up and watching this.